Hello everybody and welcome to another mystery box function challenge. In the purple box there is some mystery math and your challenge is to figure out what it is. You can try this out by using the link in the description, and when you've got an idea, come on back, see if we get the same thing. All right, let's start with a 0. Oh, so 0 gives us infinity, so maybe it's a rational function. So let me make a note of that. I mean, there are one or two other things that might do this, but that's a good guess. Let's try a 1. 0. How about a 2? Oh, so there we've got, looks like a non-repeating decimal, negative. Let's go out further, a 3. So just very shallow there. Let's go out further. There's an 8. I'm going to put in something off the graph. That's negative 1.3. So just very slowly getting further and further down there. Let's see what it does. Well, let's put in a negative 1. I have a hunch here. Yeah, not a number. So this could be a square root function. It might be logarithmic though too. And I'm not thinking anymore that it's rational because we're not getting 2 arms here. So I'm going to cross this one off the list. Let's investigate between 0 and 1 because I think that's going to really clinch it for me. So let's put in a 1/2. And if this is somehow logarithmic, it looks a little strange. The shape of the graph looks a little strange for that, but I wanna figure out the base of the log, so I'm gonna put in some likely numbers. Actually, I'm gonna put in a 10. So that gave us exactly negative 1. And let's put in a 1/10. And that's giving us exactly 1. Okay, and let's put in just 1/100th. And that's giving us 2. Okay, so I think this is logarithmic. It doesn't look like what we'd expect for a logarithmic graph. So I think there's something funky going on with it. But just as a review, when we think about exponential equations, you take some base, you raise it to a power, and you get some result. With the log, you do that in a different order. So it's the base down here, the log base, and I think our base is 10 because I'm getting these whole numbers with powers of 10. So the log base b of some number is going to give you the power. So if we think about, in this case, putting in a 10, how do you get a 10? Well, you would raise it to the first power. This is our 10, and if our result is 10, then you raised it to the first power because 10 to the first equals 10. We didn't quite get that. I'm going to write down what I'd expect to get. Okay, so we'd expect to get a 1. We got a negative 1. How about a 1/10? Well, if we're going to get 1/10, if we take the log of 1/10 when it's log base 10, what power is that? Well, that's a negative 1. So I'd expect to get a negative 1 there, and I got a 1. And similarly, 1/100th would be, so the log of 1/100th would be negative 2 because that's 10 to the negative 2 power, 1/100th. So I'd expect a negative 2 here. So it looks to me like we are just flipping the sign. With logs, there's a couple of ways you could do that. At this point, 1/0 makes sense. So how do you get a result of 1? Well, you raise it to the 0 power. Anything to the 0 power is 1. So that makes sense. So it fits with this. I think one way to do this is just to say f of x equals the negative log of x. That is actually the same thing as the log of 1 over x, or the log of x to the negative 1. With the laws of logs, you can take this negative 1 and put it outside as a multiplier. So I think it's one of these. I mean, they're all the same thing, but it's written as one of those. And I think, in my mind, we've tested enough points. It's hard to test these other points in between because without a calculator, you can't really get a good sense of the decimals there. So I'm going to go ahead and reveal this. I think we've got it. All right, so it's written as the negative log of x, so let's graph that. And it's that typical logarithmic function. It's just been flipped across the x-axis, and that's what putting a negative sign in front of your whole function does. It turns things upside down. Well, how did that go for you? I think that was super tricky. Were you in the realm of logs or exponential functions? Let me know. Thank you. Bye, everybody.